Okay, thank you for joining. Today I wanted to take a look at Cardano. I have not been on this chart in quite some time. I did chart it a few weeks ago. That's how I created this descending parallel channel. Looks like it pretty much broke out. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at where I would enter a long trade or short trade. But yeah, it looks like it did break out of this channel. It looks like it's testing this trend line currently. We did hold this support on the weekly. The daily did not do anything really. Let's go ahead and remove that. What I'm going to do is actually go ahead and remove most of these and then pretty much rechart it. So we have the monthly high, swing failure, weekly high, swing failure. I'll leave those. I'll actually put an alert on those as well. It might lead to a nice trade setup after we chart this out. So let's go ahead and see. Okay. Looks like I pulled a fixed range volume profile for this move out too as well. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So this weekly level has been tapped, but let's go ahead and start on the monthly, right? So on the monthly, we can see this level has still been untapped, which is nice. There is a new monthly level down here. So what I can do is go ahead and put this right here. It's the untapped monthly. We have the weekly level right below it. We have the monthly level right above too as well. So just so you know, right now this is the current range, right? You're talking about a, let's see here. It's about a 20% range happening right now. Now let's go ahead and dive into the weekly. As you can see, right? So the weekly close here has been very, very, very strong resistance. So it looks like pretty much for one entire month, Cardano did not close above this weekly level, right? So that's a very important level, and that's exactly where I think price will be going. Plus there is also a monthly level right up there too as well. So as you can see, the weekly close, open, close, open, close, open for 5 weeks, right, of data. It's just never managed to close above 59 cents, 59.84 cents, right? So 59 cents. So 60 cents is obviously the target for ADA, right? Cardano. So is that where price is going? It kind of looks like it right now. It looks like it did hold support. As you can see, it's kind of the same thing what happened down here. So when this weekly closed, it pretty much acted as support and resistance. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is the 6th week where Cardano has held this level pretty much as support, and it's now moving higher, right? So let me just see one more thing here. So this weekly level has been tapped. This was another weekly level, but it's already been tapped. We can actually just go ahead and delete that because the monthly is going to be more important than the weekly, and they are close enough where I could just rely on the monthly level, right? So as for the weekly, all of these levels have been tapped. So the only untapped levels would be this daily level above. Also, let's go ahead and zoom into the daily. So yep, right there, untapped daily level. It blasted through this daily level too as well, and obviously back tested it as support. After it back tested it as support, it continued to climb a little bit higher, right? So we had price move up, consolidate. It looks like it even formed a miniature bull flag, right? Not so much a bull flag actually, but it did happen to find a little mini trading range here, right? And as you can see, it is now clearly flipped this resistance into support. It's still following this trend line, right? Tapped it multiple times, and now it looks like it's ready to move a little bit higher and target this daily level above, which is around 7% away, which is not too bad. So if you were looking to enter a long, you can pretty much enter the long here if you'd like. This is a resistance level, support level, right? So what you can do is if you were to enter a long position, you would for sure, I mean, I'd feel more comfortable if you waited for a price to at least tap this trend line one more time. But if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you can enter here and then make sure you place your stop loss at least below these lows here, right? Even this low, it's about 2% away. The safest stop loss would be below these lows right here, right? Which is 4 to 5% away. And then you target the daily level and then the weekly, monthly level above. So it's still about a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. Manage your position size. So this way you still only risk 1 to 2% on your account. And that is looking like a very nice setup. You know, this is just very bullish, higher highs, higher lows. It's just charging up. It looks like it's just going to impulse higher really quick at some point. A lot of crypto projects tend to do that. You know, they kind of consolidate while they're moving up, something like this, and then they just have a couple hours of just bullish price action, right? Something like this too as well. So I would expect to get a nice push into this daily and then more importantly into this monthly and weekly level above. Let's go ahead and pull some fibs to see if there's any fibs that line up with any of those levels. All right, so as of right now, this could be the high. This is actually technically the high, so we could pull from there to the lows. And as you can see, look at that. The 382, resistance, 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 flipped into support. This is almost perfect resistance, right? Let me just zoom in to show you on the hourly. 382, resistance, 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 broke through, fake out, still gained some bullish momentum, reclaimed that level, back tested the 382 as support, and is now looking to move higher, right? Now the next level of resistance, obviously the 0.5, 50%. As you can see, it did work as support too as well before it was flipped into resistance, so support, support. You will get a little bit of rejection here, but not too much. But it looks like this area right here is 100% the most important area to keep an eye on, right? 100% the most important area. If this happens to get above this level, then there's nothing stopping me from believing that we will retest these previous highs, an extra 25% away. And that would be a great area to then look for a short entry, right? Because that's where you have the previous highs, swing failure pattern setups. I don't believe there's any other levels. Let's see here. That's lining up with that. No, not really. Let's see here, monthly. Nope, there's no monthly levels. Maybe there's a daily level. Nope, no daily levels really lining up with that. So that's just like a high to keep in a high to basically be aware of, right? So I would actually be looking for a short here. Now, if we do happen to flip this as support as well, then I'll be looking at around 90 cents. But, you know, we play it level by level. And right now, the most important level for Cardano is to attack this monthly, weekly level, and golden pocket, which all line up pretty much almost perfectly, right? And you also have horizontal resistance. So this is a major target for me, in my opinion. I'm just going to leave this up here. The chart does look quite bullish, right? Just making higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high. And where will the rejection come from? I believe it will come from this level above, right? So I'll pretty much picture price action to just look something like this. Small rejection here, come up, bigger rejection, probably come back down, back test as support. Might dance in here for a little bit, shoot out, back test this as support before continuing higher and targeting those highs above, right? So the big target for this trade, if I was to enter, would be these highs up here. Take profit. Take profit 2 could be right here. I mean, it could be take profit 1, but take profit 1, if you really want to, you could put it right here. 3%, that's not a bad take profit 1. Maybe close out 25-50% of your position, whatever you want. Move your stop to entry. Take profit 2 could be on the daily, smaller take profit, where you'd want your bigger take profit to be in this area, right? Because that's just major resistance. Monthly level, weekly level, golden pocket. It just all lines up, right? That's 3 confluences at once. So it's not something to overlook. This level is quite important. As you can see, price rejected from this level before selling off massively. So from that level, right, from that important level, price fell 25%. So this is a very important level to reclaim. And once it is reclaimed, then we can definitely target about 69 cents above, which is about 25% from this level currently. All right, so that's pretty much it with Cardano. Once again, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also go to my X account, right? Navitility, as you can see. 95 followers. We're slowly climbing up here. Can't wait to hit 100. Still posting daily about some of my trades. This one is actually really good. I actually closed out this trade, but Binance continued to rip, right? So I said BNB currently trading above the VWAP, 0.5 fib trendline retest after a breakout. So there was a triple confluence there on the support level, which then led to a nice impulse, right? I also said if you took this trade, this is a good area for a take profit 1, right? And then you'd obviously move your stop to entry, risk-free trade. And then look what happened. Then price absolutely went parabolic, pretty much went way past my target, right? It's now at 322.8. It might even be a little bit higher by now. Let's go see here. BNB, yeah, 324. So it's even $2 higher now. Price is just ripping. So that was a good call. And then, I also had some other good calls too as well on my X account. As you can see, Quant messed this up, so it should have been QNT. But for QNT, said the same thing. Targets 115, update. It pretty much got to 107. Major target is 115, but price did increase, right? So follow me and like, subscribe. Also follow me on X. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Until next time.